Here's to my best romance. Here's to my worst romance. Here's to my first romance ages ago. Here's to the girls I've kissed, and to complete the list, here's to the girls who said no. Hip, hip, love, love, hooray for love. Who was ever too blasé for love? Make this a night for love. If we have to fight, let's fight for love. Some sigh and cry for love. Ah, but in Paris they die for love. Some say we pay for love. Just the same, hooray for love. It's a wonder of the world. It's a rocket to the moon. It gets you high, it gets you low, but once you get that glow, I have a feeling, it's a feeling I'm concealing, I don't know why. It's just a mental, incidental, sentimental alibi, but I adore you. So strong for you. Why go on stalling? I am bawling. Love is calling. Why be shy? Let's fall in love. Why shouldn't we fall in love? Why our hearts are made of it. Let's take a chance. Why be afraid of it? Let's close our eyes and make our own paradise. Little we know of it, still we can try to make a go of it. We might have been made for each other, to be or not to be, let our hearts discover. Let's fall in love. Why shouldn't we fall in love? Our hearts are made of it, made for romance. Why be afraid of it? Let's take a chance. Some trust to fate for love. Others have to take off weight for love. Some go berserk for love. Loafers even go to work for love. Sad songs are sobbed for love. People have their noses bobbed for love. Some say we pay for love. Just the same, hooray! Hooray for love. Let's fall in love. Billy's Place, the vibe is light and breezy. Billy's Place, it's a virtual speakeasy. My home base, I'm glad that you stopped by. Time to grab a libation from the shelf. Have whatever you want, you gotta make it yourself. Sit back, relax, I'll make your troubles fly. A musical trip, nothing complicated, and if you tip, that's appreciated. Good fellowship with no mask on our face. From apartment 5 across the park, I'm singing and swinging till it gets dark. Don't worry about finding a place to park, just park it at Billy's Place. Park it at Billy's Place. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's another Thursday night, episode 37, February 11th. Welcome to Billy's Place. Tonight, I'm celebrating more Aquarian music masters, celebrating two of my all-time favorite, brilliant Aquarian songwriters, Harold Arlen and my good friend, Melissa Manchester. So, park it at Billy's Place. Harold Arlen, Johnny Mercer. Gather round me, everybody. Gather round me while I preach some. Feel a sermon coming on here. The topic will be sin, and that's what I'm again. If you wanna hear my story, just settle back and just sit tight while I start reviewing the attitude of doing right. You got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In Between. You gotta spread joy to the maximum, bring gloom to the minimum, have faith, or pandemonium liable to walk up on the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the whale, Noah in the ark. What did they do when everything looked so dark? Man, they said we better accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. No, don't mess with Mr. In Between. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the way, Noah in the ark. What did they say when everything looked so bright? So dark, so bright, they said we better accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In Between, don't mess with Mr. In Between, don't mess with Mr. In Between. Well, that was fast, I gotta say. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thursday, February 11th. Cold, cold, cold here in New York, but it is warm and cozy right here in Billy's Place, and I'm excited about tonight. I'm very excited that you're here with me tonight. First of all, I have my drink tonight, and this is one of the nicest ones I think we've had this whole time. Look at the gorgeousness of this. This is called a Midnight Blue in honor of my guest tonight, Melissa Manchester, who is going to be with us a little bit later. Not actually in the room, God, I wish, but she's going to call in a little bit later. We're going to have a little chat, and I'm going to devote the second half of the show to some of the great, great songs that she has written. I'm going to drink to that. I am so honored and proud to call Melissa my friend. We met, I want to say, 25 or so years ago when I was doing it was a clinic, kind of what am I trying to say? It was a conference at the Sundance Institute, gorgeous. And it was for singers who sang the Great American Songbook. And the clinicians on that were Melissa Manchester, Michael Rupert, Margaret Whiting, and her, who I loved, and her wonderful husband, who I loved as well, Jack Wrangler, and me. I don't know how I got into that mix, but I believe that's the first time that I actually ever met Melissa. She may correct me, but it's certainly the first time that we hung out and bonded. And I'm so thrilled that she's my friend. Harold Arlen and Melissa Manchester are both famous, brilliant Aquarian music masters born on the same date, February 15th. And so I thought tonight would be a perfect night to celebrate them. My birthday, I'm an Aquarian, it's tomorrow. So this is my birthday present, kind of to myself and also to all of you. So I'm going to get right there with it, but I want to really quickly just do the quick things that we do. If you're able to donate and tip, I so appreciate it because 37 weeks in and not a real clear end in sight. I'm very grateful and lucky that Doug and I can do these shows every Thursday night, but it really doesn't work so well unless we have a little bit of contribution, as much or as little as you can spare. And there are a couple of ways you can do that: Venmo and PayPal, and the addresses are on the screen. And if you don't like to use those apps, you can write to me via the Facebook Messenger. I will send you my address, and you can send me a good old-fashioned check or cash. Cash is good. Money orders, it's all good. My birthday's tomorrow, so hey, generosity is the king. But anyway, so I got that out of the way. Also, the merchandise, it's fantastic. It's flying off the shelves. We've got t-shirts, we've got coasters, we've got mugs, we've got mouse pads, we've got tumblers. I can never remember that word, tumblers. We've got cheese boards, we've got caps. The caps are really, really adorable. And we have the Billy's Place CD. This came out in October. I recorded it in Nashville back in August, and it's some of the best, most favorite songs of mine from the first 25 or so episodes of Billy's Place. You can download it if you want to on all those streaming platforms, but if you'd like to have a copy signed by me or not signed by me, write me, or actually go to my website, billystritch.com, and you can do it that way. So I think that's all the things that I need to say, except also hit the share button right below where you're watching right now. Share that with all your Facebook friends so that we can have a big party and people can be watching. And also, as I like to say, all the shows get uploaded later to my Billy Stritch YouTube channel, and it would be a great birthday present for me if you haven't already, if you would go to that channel and subscribe. We're up to 578 subscribers, and my goal is to hit 1,000 by, well, I'd like to hit it by, by May or something like that. So tell your friends, if you've already done it, tell your friends and have them join in and subscribe. All right, so I'm going to get on. The next few songs are by Harold Arlen. The first song that I sang, first two songs, Let's Fall in Love, from a movie called Casbah, lyrics by Leo Robin, and Hooray for Love, lyrics by Ted Koehler. And Accentuate the Positive is Johnny Mercer, of course. This is a medley of two songs that I love. The first one you probably will definitely know, although the way I do it may be different for you. It's another Johnny Mercer lyric from a film called Star Spangled Rhythm, 1942. And I take it into a song that I had never heard until I heard Ella Fitzgerald singing the Harold Arlen songbook, from another song from Casbah, from 1948, lyrics by Leo Robin. A little mashup of two beautiful Harold Arlen songs. That old black magic has me in its spell. That old black magic that you weave so well. Those icy fingers up and down my spine. The same old witchcraft when your eyes meet mine. The same old tingle that I feel inside. And when that elevator starts its ride, baby, round and round I go, up and down I go, like a leaf caught in the tide. I should stay away, but what can I do? I hear your name and I'm aflame with burning desire that only your kiss can put out the fire. For you're the lover I have waited for. You're the maid that fate had me created for. And every time your lips meet mine, darling, round and round I go. Up and down I go in a spin, loving the spin I'm in, under the old black magic called love. It was written in the stars, what was written in the stars shall be. It was written in the skies that the heart and not the eyes shall see. And so, whether it bring joy, whether it bring woe, it shall be done. Now suddenly I know you are the one. Here as in a daydream, by my side you stand, here with my tomorrows in your hand. It was written high above that I have to have your love, or I'll never be free. And cloudy though the day be, crazy though I may be, what the stars foretold shall be. Aflame with burning desire that only your kiss put out the fire. For you're the lover I have waited for. You're the mate that fate had me created for. And every time your lips meet mine, darling, round and round I go, up and down I go, in a spin, loving the spin I'm in, under the old black magic called love. Called love. two beautiful songs by Harold Arlen. Great, great melodies. All right, I'm going to sing a couple more Arlen songs and get right into it. When you're in love and you are wondering if he really is the one, there's an ancient sign sure to tell you if your search is over and done. Just catch a bee, and if he don't sting you, you're in a spell that's just begun. It's a guarantee till the end of time that your true love you have won. You have won. When a bee lies sleeping in the palm of your hand, you're bewitched and deep in love's looked after land, where you'll see a sun-up sky with a morning new, where the days go laughing by and love comes calling on you. Sleep on, bee, don't waken, can't believe what's just past. She's mine for the taking, I'm happy at last. Maybe I dreams, but she seems golden as a crown. A sleeping bee done told me I will walk with my feet off the ground, where my own true love I has found. When a bee lies sleeping in the palm of your hand, you're bewitched and deep in love's long looked after land, where you'll see a sun-up sky with a morning dew, and where the days go laughing by as love comes calling on you. Sleep on, bee, don't waken, can't believe what's just passed. She's mine for the taking, I'm happy at last. Maybe I dreams, but she seems golden as a crown. A sleeping bee done told me I will walk with my feet off the ground, where my one true love, when my one true love, where my one true love I has found. Sleepin' Bee by Harold Arlen, and the lyrics by Harold Arlen and Truman Capote from a show called House of Flowers. Yeah, I love that song. It's a great, great jazz standard. This one goes back a little bit further than that. That was from 1954. This goes back to 1933. Harold Arlen had a long and prolific career, both on Broadway and in the movies. This is one he wrote for a film called, or maybe it wasn't a film, I'm not sure. You know what, I'm assuming, but I think it probably was maybe for a Broadway show or a review. It's called Cotton Club Parade, but the song took on a whole life of its own, and it actually became the signature song for the great Lena Horne. This is one that was requested several months ago when I sang some of Harold Arlen's music back in July, I think, or August. And I didn't get around to this one, so this is a good old favorite. Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather since my gal and I ain't together. Keeps raining all the time. Life is bare, gloom and misery everywhere. Stormy weather, just can't pull my poor self together. Keeps raining all the time. When she went away, the blues walked in and met me. If she stays away, old rockin' chair will get me. All I do is pray the Lord above will let me walk in the sun once more. Can't go on, everything I had is gone. Stormy weather, just can't pull myself together. Keeps raining all the time. Keeps raining all the time. I walk around heavy-hearted and sad. Night comes around and I'm still feeling bad. Rain pouring down, blinding every hope I had. This pittering, pattering, beating, splattering drives me mad. Love, love. This misery is just too much for me. Can't go on. Everything I had is gone. Stormy weather since my gal and I ain't together. Keeps raining all the time. Keeps raining all the time. Stormy weather, probably, gosh, the most famous Harold Arlen song, Bad and Blues in the Night. Well, it's really hard to choose, isn't it? But so that's my tip of the hat to birthday boy Harold Arlen. And now I'm going to move on to the second half of the show and sing some songs by my good friend Melissa Manchester. I'm going to preface, she's going to call in just a minute, but I'm going to sing one of my favorite. Oh, well, they're all fantastic. But this is one that she wrote in 1976 with her frequent writing partner, the great Carol Bayer Sager, from an album called Better Days, Happy Endings. And this is one of those songs that was recorded by lots and lots of people. It's really become a standard. Well, hello there, good old friend of mine. You've been reaching for yourself for such a long, long time. There's so much to say, no need to explain. Just an open door for you to come in from the rain. It's a long road when you're all alone, and one like you will always choose the long way home. There's no right or wrong, I'm not here to blame. I just want to be the one to keep you from the rain, from the rain. And it looks like sunny skies now that I know you're all right. Time has left us older but wiser, I know I am. And it's good to know my best friend has come home again. And I think of us like an old cliche, but it doesn't matter, 'cause I love you anyway, coming from the rain. And it looks like sunny skies now that I know you're all right. Time has left us older but wiser, I know I am. And it's good to know my best friend has come home again. And I think of us like an old cliche, but it doesn't matter, 'cause I love you anyway, coming from the rain, coming from the rain, coming from the rain. I love that song so much, my Lord. That is a beautiful, beautiful song. It just so God. It's always new every time I sing it. What a beautiful, beautiful. Well, look who's here. Look who's coming from the rain. Oh my goodness. Are you there?
I'm completely here.
Oh my.
You're so beautifully there. I can't even stand it.
Oh God, I can't stand that you're here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Melissa Manchester on the phone. My friend. I can't believe I could even say that, honey. I love it. Oh, it's so true.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
Thank you. To you too. You too. You're just a couple days after me. We're wonderful Aquarians. How are you?
I'm fine. And to be in the company of you and Harold Arlen, this is, what I would call a good date.
Hey, I mean, it's about as good as we're going to do during a pandemic, right?
Oh, and you look so beautiful against that red wall with your beautiful grand piano. It's just gorgeous.
We painted for you. Actually, we painted months ago, but we try to make it spiffy. Because we're doing all we can do. But enough about me, honey. Now, because we have a limited amount of time to talk, and I just want, God, everybody is thrilled that you are here, least of all me. It's just fantastic, and you sound so well, and I know you're doing well. You've been busy during this because you have been releasing a series one by one, a wonderful series of you're revisiting some of your great hit songs and
Yeah,
doing whole reimaginings of them. Correct?
yeah, yeah. It's a project called Review, and I'm releasing a single with an accompanying video per month because we can do this as slowly as possible.
Yeah.
Because where's anybody going?
Right.
And at the end of this, whenever 10 cuts or 12 cuts,
Right.
then it will be a whole project. But yes, and it's amazing that these songs written or recorded so many years ago have grown into this moment. Boy,
Yeah.
that I did not see coming.
Well, one of them in particular, I was watching just in the last couple of days, and I'm going to sing this later. But it's your great song, "Just You and I,"
Oh,
and
excellent.
my goodness, I encourage everybody after tonight to go to YouTube and watch the video and hear this, download it. But the video is so fantastic because you have, it was wonderful back when you wrote it, but now you've dedicated it to the first responders and
Yes,
all.
I dedicated it to the first responders. I dedicated it to the memory of Franklin Roosevelt and the WPA and how we reimagined the nation
Yes.
to bring it all forward together. And suddenly, Just You and I, which was no longer just an intimate song between a boyfriend and a girlfriend or friends, became a cry to the moment. You
Yeah.
know. And so that was really interesting. But thank you.
To me, that is the mark of, an exceptional lyric, that it can take on different meanings
Yeah.
during different times in different situations. And that's a testament to, your brilliance. I know you wrote it with Carol Bayer Sager, and
With
you had a,
Carrie, yes, her
yes.
absolute magnificent talent.
But to write a song that was basically a love song and a surviving, we'll get through it, just you and me together. And now it takes on this, and the video is so powerful because it does have all that great imagery of Lincoln and Roosevelt and the
Yes,
WPA and the
yes.
first responders and this incredible gospel choir.
The
And
gospel choir
oh,
are the students from Citrus College, where I'm artist in residence.
right.
It's a little community college, but it has a smoke and music department. And I wrote all the background parts for them, and they were magnificent.
Oh, it's fantastic. And I know you've worked with them before because, on the few gigs that you and I have done together, you have featured some of the songs from your For the Fellas album. I
Yeah,
think that, and, those tracks were done at Citrus College.
they were
And,
and played by their student band.
oh,
Yeah,
God. And
incredible.
I would put them up against any professional band anywhere because
Oh, yeah, thank
it's
you.
the most swinging charts, fantastic. I
Yeah,
love that I mean, of course, you love the standards like I do. You were raised on that, of course,
yeah,
right?
that's exactly right.
And you were raised with music. Your dad was a bassoonist with the opera.
Metropolitan Opera, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
and the thing was that music was always in the house. My dad was either practicing or we were listening to the opera on Saturday afternoons, or we were listening to WNEW, where William B. Williams
Willie
created
B.
the phrase, the chairman of the board for Sinatra.
Yep.
And Sinatra and all of them, they were singing songs that became standards from the stages of Broadway,
Right.
not just songs that were written for them.
Well, those Broadway shows, Rogers and Hart and all those
That's
people,
right.
they wrote the shows. The shows didn't
That's
last, but the songs were
That's
what
right. But the
lasted.
songs lasted.
It-
You bet.
yeah, the
You
songs are what lasted. And to grow up with music, and then, you know, I was reading about you. Of course, we know each other, but I was going on Wikipedia. You can't always trust everything you read there. But you were hired to be a staff writer at Chapel Music when you were 15,
I
correct?
was. Yes,
Yeah.
and I studied songwriting with Paul Simon when I was 17. Yeah.
Well, he's pretty good. I mean,
He's all right.
that's not a bad person to study with when you
No,
were
no,
seven.
not too bad.
How amazing. So you were 15, studying with Paul Simon at 17, and then you were recording by like age 22 or 3. I mean, first of all, you did the Bette Midler, Barry Manilow, Harlette
Yes, I
thing.
did. Yes, I
Yeah.
was a jingle singer. That's how I paid for all my demos, and that's how I
Wow.
met Barry.
Of course.
And I tried to get a recording deal for about 7 years,
Yeah.
And then I met Larry Utall, who's the head of Bell Records, and I auditioned for him and all of his guys. And
Right.
finally, I got a recording deal.
Well, yeah, and the first two albums were for Bell, correct?
Yes.
And then was that absorbed by Arista at that
It
point?
was. Yes, Barry and myself, Antonio Orlando, and Don were the three Bell
Right.
artists that were sort of the cornerstone for Arista. Yeah.
Wow. And I remember I think they quoted you in the article as saying, during the first two albums, there wasn't a huge pressure for you to have a hit single. You were just,
Exactly.
but when Clive came into it and Arista Records came into it, all of a sudden they were really trying to chase that. And
Right.
that was Midnight Blue, am I correct?
Yes, that was Midnight Blue,
Yeah.
and there were several songs that charted on that album.
Right.
But as they say in the industry, the only thing harder than the first single is the second single.
Oh, tell me about it. I have much less experience, but I wrote a song called "Does He Love You" that was a
Yes.
hit years ago for Reba McEntire, and boy, trying to get that to happen again is not easy.
Yes.
But I'm thankful it happened once. It happened many times for you, certainly. And Midnight Blue spent a couple of weeks at the top spot,
Yes.
and in the
Yes.
top. I mean, a whole season in the top 20, I'm sure. And I remember that so well. That was I was 13. I was doing my very first country club gig, playing piano for the ladies coming in off the golf course, and
Sure.
that was the song that summer. And so, Melissa, that's one of the first songs that I ever really learned and played, and I have such a fond memory of it. And you were just part of all that for me, in my teen years. And of course, never dreamed that I would ever meet you, much less know you, much less be sitting right here talking to you for, my listeners to hear. And it's just, God, I'm pinching myself
Yes, and
because,
that we love each other.
and we really do, we're not faking it. We really do
No,
love each
we're
other.
really faking it.
Melissa, you've,
I do have a Harold Arlen story that I have to
oh,
share with you
yes,
very
please.
briefly.
Yes.
I was doing a workshop years ago in Chicago of a musical that I had written that ran off Broadway for a bit called I Sent a Letter to My Love. And it was a beautiful workshop. And afterwards, they give you cards to the audience members saying, did you get it? Did you get the secondary characters? Did you like the score? Could you follow it? And somebody wrote, I really like the score. I really like the story. I could follow everything, but I was hoping that the score would sound a little bit more like Harold Arlen. And I looked at the card and I said, well, so did I, but
Yeah.
hallelujah.
Hello. Of course you did. I mean, that's that's hilarious. Wouldn't we die? But Melissa, Harold Arlen would have been very proud to have written a song like "Coming from the Rain." For one thing, that's the God's honest truth. So many songs of yours, but as I was singing it and working out, I've sung that song for years and played it for so many people. I remember. You recorded it, but you weren't really the one that had the hit record on it. It was Captain and Tennille, right?
Yeah, it was Tony Tennille. Yeah.
Right. And then it just became one of those songs that transcended like a big hit record. And because it has such a standard feel, it's been sung by everybody. Peggy Lee recorded it. My dear friend Marilyn May has sung it forever. Rosemary Clooney, so many people we can think of sang that song. So, it's funny that you should say I would have loved to have written. I wish it would have sounded like Harold Arlen too. But you're right up there with him. You really, really are. I got to say that is a song for the ages, and so many of the other ones. And I'm going to do about 5 more songs of yours, if you don't mind. And they're all songs that you wrote. I got a lot of requests for some others of your other of your hit songs, and we all know and love them. But I really wanted tonight to be about you as the songwriter. So that's what it's about. And I'm gonna let you go. We could do this for much more time, but I'm so thrilled that you took the time to call in. I wish you the best birthday ever, and I can't wait till I can hug you at Vitello's again or back here in New York. Or, I'm hoping. My goal is that certainly by this time next year we can all see each other again in the same room. and love on each other. But I'm feeling the love over the waves, and thank you. I know my audience thanks you, and I'll talk to you later, sweetheart. But have a
All
great
right.
birthday. You're a
Love
doll,
you.
just the
Happy
best.
birthday.
Okay,
Bye bye,
talk
Steve.
to you soon. Bye.
Thanks.
Mhm. Well, that couldn't be more wonderful. Melissa Manchester. I mean, can you tell how fantastic she is? I mean, we all know that, but she's my friend, and that was wonderful. Wasn't that great? And I love the Harold Arlen story as well. So, as promised, I'm going to spend the rest of the show celebrating Melissa as a songwriter. And this next song is one that she recorded in 1978 on an album called Don't Cry Out Loud. And I always loved this song. I always thought this song would be a fantastic opening song for somebody's act. Um, Maybe mine, I don't know. But anyway, see if you don't agree. This is called To Make You Smile Again, written again with Carol Bayer Sager. Somebody's been crying, crying far too long. So I sat down hoping there was something in this song to make you smile again. Oh, how I would love to see you happy. Find that extra something to believe in. We've been there before, so it's only a smile away until you laugh again. Just to feel one day completely. Tell me what it takes, and if you really need me to make all your gray skies blue today. Sometimes you find that in forgiving you can mend a broken heart, but somehow you're afraid to turn around to see there's someone who feels like you, who wants to smile again. It's not so long ago we shared forever. Everybody goes through stormy weather, but together there's a lifetime to see it through. And if you would just smile again, I'll start smiling too. Sometimes you find that in forgiving you can mend a broken heart. Somehow you're afraid to turn around to see there's someone who feels like you, who wants to smile again. It's not so long ago we shared forever. Everybody goes through stormy weather, but together there's a lifetime to see it through. And if you would just smile again, if you would just smile again, if you would just smile again, I'll start smiling too. Smile again, smile again. I'll start smiling if you smile again, smile again. I'll start smiling if you smile again. I'll start smiling too. Oh, I love the message of that song. It just makes me feel good. And just love it. Melissa, oh my God, you're so great. All right, I'm going to take a sip of my drink, and I'm going to remind you that you're at Billy's Place. I'm your host, Billy Stritch. And if you're able to donate, if you're having a good time and you can throw me a little tip, it's greatly appreciated. You can do that on PayPal and Venmo. And I would love it. And if you can't, that's fine. I'm just glad you're here and enjoying the music. Cheers. Cheers to that. All right. Here's the big hit that brought Melissa Manchester certainly to my attention and to the attention of radios all over the world. 1975. Whatever it is, it'll keep till the morning. Haven't we both got better things to do? Midnight blue. Even the simple things become rough. Haven't we had enough? And I think we can make it one more time if we try. One more time for all the old times. For all of the times you told me you need me. Needing me now is something I could use. Midnight blue. Wouldn't you give your hand to a friend? Maybe it's not the end, and I think we can make it one more time if we try. One more time for all the old times. Midnight blue. I think we can make it. I think we can make it. Oh, and you give your hand to a friend. Think of me as your friend. And I think we can make it one more time if we try. One more time for all the old times. I think we can make it one more time. I think we can make it one more time. Looks like we're gonna make it one more time. Midnight Blue, 1975. Huge hit, right? Everyone knows that song. Everybody loves that song. I was listening to, that recording that I know so well, but it's so wonderful to hear it again just recently. God, the beautiful production and that gorgeous voice that she has. And wow, it's just a thrill to sing her music. Melissa Manchester. Hey, Doug, how you doing over there? Good? Are we having a good time? We have a lot of people watching tonight. We have our... Great. So people wishing me happy birthday and Melissa and all the Aquarians in the house, right? And all of you, by the way. But but mainly us. That's nice, right? I'm really digging this drink. It's the Midnight Blue in honor of that song and in honor of dear Melissa Manchester. So here's the song that I was talking to her about just a little while ago from her album Better Days and Happy Endings, 1976, and also written by Carol Bayer Sager. And she's got this fantastic new recording of it. But you have to download that. But you also have to go to YouTube and look at the video, because the video, and she's got 3 or 4 new videos of older songs reimagined. Well, as she said, she's doing one a month or something like that. And there are also recordings and videos, but you have to check it out because it's taking these great songs and bringing them up to date. Not that they needed to be up to date, but anyway, this is called Just You and I, and what a powerful lyric. I love it. When your heroes go up in a puff, there's not enough to hang on to, and the ones you would count on to call, they all fall down all around you. Then you've got to believe there's more. It is the reason we're put here for, just you and I. When the legend's over and we have just begun, we can look to each other to see us through, just you and I. When a miracle's long overdue and there's no one who's gonna come to guide you, so you keep looking up to the sky, wondering why the clouds won't hide you. At the times when you're most afraid, that is the reason why dreams are made, just you and I. When the legend's over and we have just begun, we can look to each other to see us through, just you and I. When a miracle's long overdue and there's no one who's gotta go back. At the times when you're most afraid, that is the reason why dreams are made, just you and I. When the legend's over and we have just begun, we can look to each other to see us through, just you and I. When the legend's over, there'll be just you and I. When the legend's over, there'll be just you Ah, I got emotional in the middle of that. I lost my place. Well, it happens. That's the miracle of live performance. I looked at my page and I was like in the wrong place, but hey, it happens. And then, the key change, well, I never met a key change I didn't like, so there you go with that. About 3 years ago now, my friend Jim Caruso and I, Jim hosts a great show on Monday nights called Pajama Cast Party, and it's an extension and an offshoot of a show we've done for 18 years at Birdland called Cast Party on Monday nights. It's an open mic, and he is, as they say, pivoted and is doing a show every Monday online. But before this pandemic hit, we were making regular trips out to Los Angeles and working at a club in Studio City called Vitello's. And Melissa and her dear sister Claudia came every single time, and Melissa would always sing and do a song. And about sometime in 2018, she premiered. Well, she probably sung it before, but I don't think she'd sung it a lot in front of audiences yet. It was brand new, and she sang it, and she put the music in front of me, and I accompanied it. As I was playing it, I had never heard it before. I was trying very hard to hold it together because, first of all, playing for Melissa Manchester, okay, that's one thing, but then playing this really beautiful song, and I hope that I do it justice. I asked her a couple days ago if she would send it to me, and her lovely assistant Sue sent it to me. Then I spent yesterday kind of transposing it, and I hope I do it right. I'm going to take another sip of my drink. Mm. I'm going to take another sip of water, which I haven't done yet. And I'm going to pray that I get this right. This is a beautiful, beautiful song, words and music by Melissa Manchester, and it's called A Better Rainbow. In these times filled with troubles, thick as smoke, and hope seems impossible to find, I think about the girl who went to Oz. She didn't like her world the way it was. So what was learned from her journey, I'd say a change of heart can happen, dream by dream, day by day. Dawn, your golden light lifts up my eyes to see your wonder. Gone, the night is gone, the storm that broke the sky with thunder, to free a better rainbow, to see a better rainbow. I know there's a better rainbow over all. Hope, wake up and see our secret dreams have wings for flying. Oh, look overhead, see how she bends to hold us closer, to see a better rainbow, believe a better rainbow. I know there's a better rainbow. Every drop of color is a tear already cried. Maybe it's an ancient sign that all's forgiven. Maybe it's time we find a better way to live, to see a better rainbow, believe a better rainbow. I know there's a better rainbow over all. To see that better rainbow, believe that better rainbow. I know there's a better rainbow. Let's go to that better rainbow. I know there's a better rainbow. A Better Rainbow by Melissa Manchester. Check that out on YouTube as well, because you got to hear her sing it and you got to see the video that she put with it. It's so inspiring and so wonderful, and I'm so thrilled that she allowed me to sing that for you tonight, because it's a very, very special song. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me tonight for episode 37. Hard to believe, but we are in the thick of it. But things are looking up. I don't know. I'm trying to be positive about everything, even though it's so cold outside. We're going to get through it. We're going to have a new spring, and people are getting vaccinated. Everything's happening. Everything's looking up, I think. And what makes me very happy is that you choose to join me on Thursday nights, and we can have this hour or hour and 10 minutes together and just share music, and you let me share my stories, and I feel the love. So thank you for making my birthday show very, very special tonight. Again, if you're able to contribute, please do so at Venmo or PayPal. Go to YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel. And please join me next week for episode 38. More Aquarian songwriters. Not sure quite yet exactly, but I will be doing maybe a couple more Peter Allen songs. His birthday actually was February 10th. So I'll backtrack and do some other February people as well. And anyway, it's just wonderful. Thank you so much, Melissa Manchester, for joining me tonight. I'm going to close with a song that you wrote, Melissa, with the great Kenny Loggins in 1979. And it kind of sums up how I feel about you and how I feel about all of you in my audience. Whenever I call you friend, I begin to think I understand. Anywhere at all, you and I have always been, ever and ever. I see myself within your eyes, and that's all I need to show me why. Everything I do always brings me home to you, ever and ever. Now I know my life has given me more than memories. Day by day, we can see in every moment there's a reason to carry on. Sweet love showing us a heavenly light. I never seen such a beautiful sight. Sweet love flowing almost every night. I know forever we'll be doing it. Sweet love showing us a heavenly light. I never seen such a beautiful sight. Sweet love flowing on us every night. I know forever we'll be doing it right. Whenever I call you friend, I believe I've come to understand. Everywhere you are, you and I were meant to be forever and ever. Think about the times to come, knowing I will be the lucky one. Ever our love will last. I always want to call you friend. Sweet love showing us a heavenly light. I never seen such a beautiful sight. Sweet love flowing almost every night. I know forever we'll be doing it. Now I know my life has given me more than memories. Day by day, we can see in every moment there's a reason to carry on. Sweet love showing us a heavenly light. I've never seen such a beautiful sight. Sweet love flowing on every night. I know forever we'll be doing it. Sweet love showing us a heavenly light. I've never seen such a beautiful sight. Sweet love flowing almost every night. I know forever we'll be doing it. Sweet love, sweet love, sweet love flowing on us every night. I know forever we'll be doing it, doing it, doing it. Whenever I call you friend. Whenever I call you friend. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Melissa. I love you. I love you all. I'll see you next week. Have a great week. Happy Valentine's Day. Good night.